This is a 2020 Outbound Extreme, and it's mine. Today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a walk around, I'm gonna show you a little bit about it, and I'm gonna show you why I chose this over the other models they have, and also why I chose this over other trailers. Stay with me. First off, this is something that I put on here. This was not part of the original package. What was part of the original package, and one of the reasons why I chose it, was the lock and roll system. This is why I wanted the lock and roll system, because it articulates when I'm off-road. I plan on taking it to the beach and to places that are harder to get to, where my truck is going to lean and roll, and this will actually articulate with it. This is built to actually go off-road. It has a heavier duty frame. That's one of the reasons why I chose this Extreme as opposed to just taking the basic model. It has a little bit heavier duty frame, has a little bit larger wheels that are stock. Now I plan on putting different wheels on here and different tires, but it does have the stock wheels and tires, which are a little bit larger than the base model. There's 3 different models. This is the middle model. So it does have a little bit larger tire, a little bit larger wheel. Also, it has square fenders. I kind of like the look of the square fenders. Kind of makes it look a little bit more rugged. This is the reason why I chose this. And of course, I chose this color scheme. I like the gray because it matches my truck. It's almost a silver and it matches my truck. And of course, all of the lettering I put on here is black decal. I added this myself. This is what came standard with the package. This is what came standard with the package as well. And one of the reasons why I chose this Outbound package was because I wanted to get the roof rack. Now that was an addition to it, but I did get the roof rack so I can load things on there should I want to load things on there. Something like a shower or a water dispersal system, or maybe even a rooftop tent. 2-ton jacks. These help for a couple of reasons. These are stabilizers, as well as I can crank these up if I have a flat tire and it'll actually lift the entire grotto up. Now, that's what I named it, was a grotto. What a grotto is a cave or a cavern. This is pretty much a rolling bed, so I kind of named it the grotto. It kind of seemed fitting. I added the artwork here with my name on it. This is my air conditioning unit. Now, the main reason why I chose this design is because, well, it's not the typical teardrop design. It's actually kind of square, and I do like the fact that it's kind of square. And the main reason why I chose these people is, of course, their air conditioner sets into the grotto as opposed to hanging out the back of the grotto. I've also seen trailers where the actual air conditioner hangs outside the grotto or hangs outside the trailer, and there's stabilizers, 2x4 stabilizers, in order to hold the air conditioner up. And it looks a little bit too trailer park for me. I didn't want that. So I actually wanted it sunken into the grotto. I'll show you the inside here in just a second. So that's the main reason why I got that. I added the level on here so I can kind of make sure it's level. When we go in there, we want to sleep. We don't want to sleep with blood rushing to our head, so I want to make sure it's level. This is actually the breather for the air conditioner. And then of course, let me show you the other side. Okay, here we are on the side of the grotto. And if you notice, we have a solar light on this side as well, but on this side we have the door. Both windows and the door have screens, and the windows do open, get a little bit of airflow through there. And then of course on top, we have a max fan with the little hatch that allows the air to go through there. So I'll show you the inside here in just one sec. Okay, here we have the window on the driver's side. This is the side with the American flag. And then of course we have the power strip here, so I can bring in shore power. And as we pan, I'm going to show you the air conditioner. And then I have a control box that I built right here. And as we continue to pan, you're going to see the door. See the other window I was standing outside just now. And now you see the door. Up top, I have a light on a light switch, which is going to be right over here. And then, of course, down by the control box, I have another light mounted onto the side, which illuminates it, as well as on the other side of the air conditioner as well. And over here, you see the hatch. You just unlock it, twist it, it opens the hatch slowly, and it allows you to have airflow through there, and you can make the fan come on different speeds, sucks that air out like an exhaust fan. And the ceiling is carpeted for insulation, plus it also just looks good. And this is pretty much a walkthrough of the Grotto. And guys, if you take a look at this axle system, there's no axle to get hung up on anything. It's pretty much flat underneath here. I can put a skid plate, pretty much a straight skid plate on it. These axles are actually capable of holding up to 2,500 pounds combined. So these are pretty much an off-road type axle. They're not the toughest on the market. Like I said, this is the mid-tier, but they are pretty tough and they are pretty nice. One of the main reasons why I chose this, other than going with other companies who actually have heavy-duty axles, but they are solid axles going across the entire face of the unit. And of course, we're looking at my trailer's tongue right now, so you can get a little bit better look at the lock and roll hitch, which actually articulates left and right, and the part that hooks up to the truck will actually allow it to go up and down, so it's going to articulate in all directions. And of course, this is the tongue box that I had put on here, that I purchased and I put it on here. This tongue already had some holes drilled in it. All I did was put stainless steel bolts and washers up through it and drilled right through this plastic. Pretty easy to do. And I'll show you the inside. And please excuse the thunder because it's about to start raining. What I did was I actually cut a piece of plywood, put inside of the box. This is a deep cycle battery. And on this side, I have the fuse box and an on-off switch for the actual battery. Let me show you from the other side. So now you can see the on-off switch a little bit better. And of course, you can see the fuse box. I actually put a bolt here for grounding it. And what I do is turn the power on. Now I get power to the Grotto. Turn it off and kill all the power to the Grotto. In a little while, I'm going to put an adapter in here so I can run wires through it and plug it in to solar panels. However that's going to work. So that's pretty much as simple as I have it here. I have the max fan run to one of these fuses. I have 6 actual fuses here, only 3 are being used. I have max fan run to one of them, and the other 2 are run to that control box that I have inside. I'm sorry that I didn't get to show you everything when I was out there in the parking lot because I lost some of my video footage. I had personnel issues, and because of those personnel issues, some of that video has been lost. But that's okay. I've walked you through everything I wanted to walk you through on the Grotto. I've showed you everything that I needed to show you, and now you know what the Grotto looks like on the inside and on the outside. So the next time you see a video, hopefully I'll be out there and using this thing. All right, guys, so that concludes the walkthrough of the Grotto. So remember, if you're not out there and you're not having fun spending time with family and friends, you're not doing it right.